So today we're going to talk about how to choose a supervisor. I bet many of you, what you do, you go to the university's website and then you go to the department, which is in your own discipline, and then look at all of those profiles and choose a supervisor. This is a valid way, but I think there's a better way to do this. What you could do instead is think about what kind of interdisciplinary project that you can do for this fellowship, and then decide to choose a supervisor from that different discipline that you have added to your project. So what I mean here, right? If you want to do a project, say, on the intersection of social sciences and computer science, what you can do is to find a supervisor in a CS department. This will make your arguments in your application about your project being interdisciplinary, and also that you need some additional training, and as well talking about why the supervisor is best fit for your project. And all of that is going to be very easy to demonstrate. So there is still one thing to keep in mind, and you still want to have your proposal to be reviewed in your own panel. Because if you push your project too far to another discipline, it will be reviewed in that other discipline. So in this example, it will be in the engineering panel. And unless you are really confident about your project, you really don't want to risk your project being reviewed by people in completely different discipline. Additionally, you want to choose somebody for a supervisor who has a lot of research output and also a lot of experience in supervising postdoctoral fellows. Otherwise, I'm afraid it will be really difficult to write section 1.3 or convince the reviewers that there will be some quality of supervision. And don't just choose a random person you met somewhere and you thought they were nice and will be easy to convince to host you. This is not gonna work really, because your supervisor should make sense for the project first of all, and also should really be an experienced scholar. With that being said, I wouldn't go for superstars either, because you want your supervisor to be responsive and to also provide a lot of feedback on your application. And superstars don't have time for all that. Also, make sure that your full draft is already ready in the beginning of June. And this is because you want to give a lot of time to your supervisor to respond to your draft and to give feedback. And I'm also telling you this because in Europe, you likely won't get anyone to respond to your emails or work at all in late July or August. So if you don't have your draft ready earlier than later, you will likely be on your own and you won't be able to get any feedback from anybody. So I would advise you to get to it right now. Again, I'm linking some resources in the description box, and I'll see you in the next video.